First, we got the Iron Hands deserve better. Shout out to Mr. 40K Bones. Let's get to this. Go.
Hi, I'm Arthur.
So, Mr. 40K
And
Bones.
today, I'm gonna kind of shake up the established, incredibly loose format.
Now, I've actually, who did I hear? I never really heard about the Iron Hands before. I think they were like a smaller faction. Now obviously, like y'all know, like I don't really know too much about like a lot of like the in-depth. I feel like if you really know like a lot about Warhammer, you would probably know like a lot of like the smaller factions and like a lot of the other like sub factions and all that. Like if you know that, bro, you're like a Warhammer pro. You're a Warhammer connoisseur. You need to be making Warhammer lore videos right now. That's what you need to be doing. If you know all this information about Warhammer, make Warhammer lore videos right now. Get some views. Get some money from this. If you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, then, you know, I mean, it is what it is, you know. But listen, I'm going to keep it real. I have heard of the Iron Hands before, but I don't really know too much about them. So we're going to learn, you know, some things about them. They look ugly. We're going to say that they look ugly. I'm judging off of just straight up looks and everything, so.
For those who don't know, this is part 10 of a series I'm doing on all
Dang,
20
part
Legions
10?
of Space Marines. Normally, I discuss the lore and a little bit of the tabletop and what you could expect aesthetically from any of the Legions. But this time, I'm going to do that, but also end off with a bit of a different point.
Okay.
In today's topic, since we are discussing the 10th Legion, we're discussing the
Wait,
Iron Hands.
Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, I'm back. Let's go.
A legion that has probably the exact opposite set of problems that the White Scars do in regards to the fan base. Who are the Iron Hands? Bit of a brief overview.
This them right here? Okay. I mean, I would like some color. They kind of like the... Wait, is this their tail? These boys got a tail? Uh-oh. They dangerous, y'all. They dangerous. Yo, creatures or whatever that got tails, I don't care if it's in, you know, video games, anime, TV shows, whatever. Yo, when a character got a tail, bro, you know they are diabolical. Do you understand me? Man.
View of them is interesting. Their Primarch, Ferrus Manus, a man so ugly, his nickname was the fucking Gorgon to his friends.
Whoa!
A man so ugly, his nickname was the fucking Gorgon to his friends, of which there weren't many.
Well, I'm gonna keep it real though. Like, who are they to talk about anybody, bro? Y'all are in Warhammer. Y'all are automatically ugly. I don't know why they even, cause that's my job. That's my job to roast Warhammer characters. That's nobody else's job. Yo, who is his friends? Man, I bet they. Yo, come on, man, stop playing, yo. I bet they are absolutely hideous, bro. I bet when the girls come around, bro, they screaming in terror. Get away from me! Like, stop playing. Like, what are they talking about? Like, yes, he looks scary. I'll keep it real. Yes, he does look very menacing, but at the same time, he looks kind of nice as well. You know, his nose, you know, he got he got the Philadelphia Bell nose. But listen though, it's okay because his friends is probably worse. They can never talk. This is Warhammer, bro. Like 99% of people in Warhammer are just dirt ugly. The other 1% is the women.
This guy is kind of at the bottom of the totem pole for me in terms of Primarchs. Maybe not the complete bottom, but I just don't vibe with his brand of militaristic Darwinism. It's not worse than Perturabo, but if the best thing I can say about a Primarch's personality is it's not much worse than fucking Perturabo, then it's probably not great at base. So needless to say, he believes in the best and success. The strong should be the only ones to exist. Well, that mentality, it led to a bit of a fucky-wucky with the whole Legion. But to cover the broad strokes, he was sent to a planet named Medusa, where he learned the wrong lessons from surviving in harsh environments.
Medusa?
As the saying goes, hard times make strong men.
True.
Strong men make easy times make weak men.
Yeah.
Weak men make hard times. For him, it was more like, strong men make weak men afraid for their fucking lives. Yeah. He believed in literal self-destructive levels of self-improvement.
I mean, he doesn't... Oh, wow. Okay, wait, did y'all hear what he just said? Listen to what he just said, y'all.
He believed in literal self-destructive levels of self-improvement.
Y'all hear that? Now let's get serious, y'all, because that kind of reminds me of the age that we're living in now, y'all. I'm not saying that you can't self-improve yourself. I'm not saying that, you know, that I'm not saying that you know, if you look in the mirror and like, you know, you want to change your body, that you can't change your body. And this goes for men and women, you know. I'm not saying you can't change yourself, but one thing that I did learn, because I was a victim to this as well, this whole self-improvement thing or whatever. Here's the thing: I feel like you should make that decision based off of how you feel and like the way you look at it, right? Don't go on Instagram and look at these dudes with a 12 pack and they got these and they got big legs and they got big calves and they got the strong jawline and this and this and that, and you think that that's supposed to be like the ideal of what a man's supposed to look like. First of all, bro, 99% of these dudes around here, bro, with the jawline or whatever, bro, they don't even have a jawline like that. They don't have a jawline. Yes, they can mew all they want, but they jawline do not be looking cool. Like they just got punched by Mike Tyson. I'm just keeping it real for what it is. Stop going around thinking that you gotta do this and do this and do this just because you see it on Instagram and you see it on Twitter and you're getting random advice from people who don't even do what they're what they're criticizing about. Bro, you got Redditors, bro, talking about, oh well, first of all, you should actually do this and do this because because here's how he did it. You're supposed to do this, or you're supposed to lean it. Like, bro, you know what the most annoying thing is? I remember one time I was looking at. I don't mean to like yap so much, but y'all clicked on the video, and if you're new here, how you doing? I talk a lot. But listen, I remember watching this video, y'all, on Twitter. And I believe it was like this boxing video, and it was like these two guys, whatever, they're boxing, and they kind of look like professional, whatever. I don't know if it was like a scrimmage, I don't know if it was like real life, like tournament boxing, whatever. But they had the headgear on, obviously the gloves. The coaches, they're like screaming at them or whatever, like trying to give them points and tips or whatever. And this looks like it was in like a local gym. What part that I really irritated about? Because first of all, the actual fight was pretty good. They was going like tit for tat, bro. They just back and forth. The part that really irritated me was I go in the comments and I see a bunch of people. Well, the guy in the white, he has like he doesn't have any defense. He's actually supposed to go back and lean forward. He's his hands is down. You're supposed to have this one up and then lean forward this way. He could have went in for an uppercut right here. And I'm like, yo. First of all, shut up, bro. Bro, you're eating Cheez-Its right now while you're typing this. Be quiet. Because it be people who've never even participated in the thing that they're criticizing about, that never did the thing that they are correct. You got me stuttering. That they're criticizing about. Like, you get what I'm saying? Stop talking about LeBron. You are not even good at basketball. Basically, the whole thing of what I'm trying to say is, bro, stop listening to people on the internet trying to tell you that, oh, your face needs to look like this, your body needs to look like this, da. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be healthy. No, we should all move our body every single day. But at the same time, bro, stop taking this self-improvement thing so far. Because at the end of the day, bro, like, your body isn't like everybody else's body. Guess what? It's also a genetic thing as well. Did you ever take that into the fact that, oh, like, yes, you've been training for a year, but at the same time, you still haven't gotten like a 12-pack and this guy only trained for 3 months? Yeah, that's a genetic thing. Genetically, his core area can form abs quickly. He can eat a pizza and he can form abs. I mean, that's his genetics. But for you can get your arms real big. Everybody's body is completely different. I don't want to yap too long, y'all, but if anybody is going through that whole self-improvement journey thing or whatever, bro, it gets to a point to where you want, where you want better for yourself, but also, bro, stay off of social media. Stay off of the fake self-improvement, the fake, you're supposed to do this and do that, and like, it's lame, it's trash. Improve your body by yourself. Work out your own plan. Work out, because it's your own body. Nobody has a body like you. Nobody has the genetics like you. So work out your own plan, your genetics, Like, that's all I want to say.
Translate.
Sorry for yapping, but I mean, it is what it is.
It to him attacking the shit out of the Emperor in a bloody conflict when Emps showed up to get his kid from daycare. The other important aspect of him is he once struggled with a Necron Satan shard, and no, I will not pronounce it differently, strangling the thing in a deep pool of molten magma in the base of a volcano, which inevitably covered his hands in the weird self-regenerating metal that Necrons are made out of, known as necrodermis, which, was actually incredibly beneficial for him in the long run. Inevitably, when the Emperor brought him back into the fold of the Imperium, it led to him taking control of his legion. And him taking control of his legion was odd at first, because he basically recommended them to give up their culture and take the Medusan culture, having an incredibly nepotistic slant towards promoting generals born from Medusa rather than the originals born from Terra, regardless of how good they were in battle. Which, as you can probably guess, led to some pretty weird consequences. I know I feel like I'm speedrunning this shit more than usual. I have a major point to make at the end, and as you all could probably figure out, I'm known to be a bit long-winded, so please be patient. 2 more important points to make. 1, Ferrus Manus had a bit of a twink friend, whom kinda rocked the beauty and the beast trope pretty hard, which was, as you could probably guess, Fulgrim. They had the manliest competition ever to see who had the biggest cock. They hosted a smithing competition. To see who could forge the best weapon in like a set period of time. They toiled away for hours upon hours, and after seeing the other person's weapon, they both looked at each other and admitted at the same time that the other person's weapon was significantly better.
Hey yo, what are we doing? Hey yo, man, hey, what, yo, am I getting to that side of Warhammer? Y'all let me know. Am I tapping into the other side of Warhammer, yo? Somebody please let me know, bro.
Both of them finding that very funny and weirdly endearing of the other, they gave the weapon that they had smithed to the other person as a show of friendship. I can't tell if that's incredibly straight or incredibly gay. The fan base can't decide either, TBH. I mean, with some art depicting them just being bros, you know, just chilling, maybe going fishing.
Yeah, but bro, we know some people, bro. Some people, I don't want to, make fun of nobody, but some people are weirdos. Some people, because isn't Fulgrim and the Ferrus dude, aren't they're brothers, right? Some people, would make it into a sexual thing, bro. I'm pretty sure you could just look it up. I'm not telling you to look it up. I'm saying, but I'm pretty sure you could just look it up right now, bro. I know. Some people, bro, they can't keep their fantasies inside their head.
Shit's awesome. And other pieces of fan art describe Ferrus as the top.
See, and this is what I'm Hey! 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 Hey, no! No. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Oh, no, bro. Hey, yo, Mr. 40K Bones. Yo, you're the best Warhammer YouTuber ever, bro. Yo, listen to what he just said.
Shit's awesome. And others, just chilling, maybe going fishing. Shit's awesome. And other pieces of fan art describe Ferrus as the top.
Oh, he got closer.
Regardless of their brotherly love, it didn't exactly end well, methinks. Considering Ferrus ended up being the first Primarchs to die during the Horus heresy by getting his head chopped off by Fulgrim. And yes, the memes are a little mid, but I digress. To kind of get back to the Iron Hands after covering the first point involving Ferrus's relationship with Fulgrim and Ferrus's death at the hands of him. When Ferrus was alive, he would press his legion to be stronger and stronger. They inevitably adopted this idea that the flesh is weak and cold hard steel is better. I mean, Ferrus did have Iron Hand. Oh, so that's why they're called the Iron Hand.
Hey, Mr. 40K Bones, you're on a roll today, so I ain't gonna say nothing, but that... Hey, yo, that was insane. Mr. 40K Bones. Mr. 40K Bones.
Because he has Iron Hands. That's so fucking stupid. Anyway,
Oh my
they would
God.
ceremonially remove the left hand and replace it with a augmetic, cybernetic one. This
Dang.
eventually turned into them venerating machines above people, thinking that people are gross and machines are just always going to be better overall because they're uncorruptible, which is totally fucking incorrect. But I digress again. With the veterans of the chapter eventually replacing more and more parts of their body with robotic replacements, some chapter ancients being made of just all robotic components and maybe just a brain and a couple important organs. Ferrus, realizing that this was killing his legion's spirit, meaning they would be little more than war machines in the most literal of meanings, decided that once things kind of calmed down with, Horus doing his thing, he would have a nice sit down with the legion and say, hey, maybe having meaty bits is kind of cool. He was even considering removing the necrodermis from his hands to make his point a little bit more clear. Unfortunately, as we've discussed before, his barber took a little bit too much off the top, and thus the techno shit continued to go rampant.
Ooh, look at him, y'all. He look like Two-Face from Batman. Ooh. Oh, man. He can't even give his girl a kiss. Yo, if he give his girl a kiss, bro, her lips are... Yo, she gonna have all types of cuts and marks on her lips, bro. Man, she gonna have all types of black mold on her lips. Like,
An interesting fact is
I feel
that
bad
in
for
the
her.
40K era, they are so obsessed with logical combat and dogmatically lopping off their own fleshy bits that the thing most Space Marines fear, becoming a dreadnought, is something they honestly look forward to. They wish to be a complete robot. This obsession with adding more machinery to a person's body being so severe that it led to chaos corruption to eke its way into the chapter. See their tendencies causing a weird uprising of Slaneshi demons and cultists at one point, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but we'll get into that, I swear. I have one last thing I want to say to make my point clear. This point, other than the lore aspects and Ferrus's relationship with them slowly losing their humanity, is that on the tabletop, the Iron Hands are something that comes up often, at least throughout the 8th and 9th editions of 40k. Why? Because Iron Hands, by nature of who they are, run the coolest shit on the board, and buff the best things that would be good in most competitive metas.
yo, you know what I like about Mr. 40k Bones? You know what I like about him? He really, like, whenever he talks about like the lore of like a Warhammer character, he really goes into depth of like the actual like character on like the play top, like on the actual board. And obviously, like, different YouTubers, like different Warhammer YouTubers have like different ways of like breaking down lore, and you can definitely tell like what they're more interested in. Like, for example, like Wes Hammer, you can tell, bro, Wes Hammer, bro, he legit loves the lore. I rarely ever, does he talk about the playtop? I don't know if he really talks about the playtop a lot, but you can just tell he loves like the stories, and like he loves like the scary stories and stuff like that, bro. And it's October, and like near this Halloween, we will be dropping some scary Warhammer stories from Wes Hammer. Best believe. We didn't forget about Wes Hammer. Hey, he's still our boy. We're gonna definitely check him out. And yeah, I just wanted to say that.
Machinery, tanks, dreadnoughts, and big guns. So whenever a minor Space Marine buff happens, you can bet your ass that you're gonna see Iron Hands fucking clear at most tournaments. So if you've been paying attention to like tournaments in the last little while, every Space Marine list that's been winning, outside of if you count Grey Knights, would be Iron Hands, just because they buff tanks and specifically heavy weapons. And their aesthetics on the tabletop is cool as shit. They're very easy to paint, pure black.
I was literally about to say that. Hey, he's right. Their colors aren't too bad at all. I mean, it is a little basic, like with the black or whatever, but like I'm gonna just keep it real. It's way better than what I've seen. Like I forgot like what that one Legion was called, but they had like that little that nasty it was like the green, but then it had like the white and red at the bottom. It was just nasty, tacky, and disgusting. Those guys, bro, just for that, their entire like army and Legion should be obliterated. No lie.
That's 2 paints. You don't need to do much more. If you really want to get fancy with it, just do the meme of coating the entire miniature in null oil and you have a good day. And you're pretty much on point. It's the opposite of why white scars aren't played, where painting white is always just going to be fucking awful. With all that said, I mentioned that the white scars and the iron hands have very opposite issues. So what are they? Well, for one, the paint schemes, like I mentioned, and 2, the lore. So here's where we're going to get into my point of this video. To kind of explain the Iron Hands to you as someone who might not know anything about. Explain the Iron Hands to you as someone who might not know anything about. Universally, not a lot of people know the lore about the White Scars. And when they find out about it, it usually leads to reactions akin to, huh, that's really fucking cool. Because Jagatai Khan is kind of chill.
He is.
And the majority of the White Scars.
Bro. His drip is insane, y'all. I'm trying to look like him. Yo, when I really get this guap, when I really get this paper, bro, like, I'm not gonna be flashy or nothing like that, because, bro, when you're flashy, you attract the wrong crowd. Like, yo, you attract people that just want you for your, you know, for your money, whatever. But I'ma still, I got a fresh lineup and a fresh outfit, my pocket light on smash. Plus, I got a 754 in the hood. Like, bro, I'ma still be like fresh. Don't get me wrong. Like, when I really get this guap, fresh haircut, fresh everything. But I'm not gonna be flashy. Like, you know, like with Jagged Eye Tan, see stuff like this, bro. Like, I gotta wear this on the occasion, bro. Honestly, this, you know, with the Rolex. Now, I'm gonna keep it real, y'all. When I was younger, I liked the bust down Rolex, but then as I get a little older, bro, I like the simple gold Rolex. I feel like the bust down, like, I don't know, I might want to, like, you know, resell my watch one day and get more out of it. If you have like a bust down, y'all, you can't really sell because it goes down in value, you know, because of the diamonds and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, I'm gonna definitely, like, man, like, I can definitely wear something like this, you know, in the future. I could definitely, like, you know, I feel like if I was having, like, if I had this on, bro, I would just, like, walk around just to walk, you know what I mean? Like, I would just walk around just to show people. I just, like, want my cologne just to hit people's noses, and then they'd be like, oh my God, who's that? And then when they look, I just have this on. Like, I just want people just to stare at my outfit. Like, I don't even want people to talk to me. Like, yo, shh, don't talk to me, yo, just stare.
Cool, because Jagatai Khan
just stare.
It's kind of chill.
Just stare
and the
at
majority
it.
of the White Scars in the faction are just really well-written characters. The Iron Hands, their lore is almost skin deep. Mind the pun, of course. You can immediately find out everything you need to know about their personalities just by looking at them.
That's good. That's cool.
Machines and kind of boring in personality.
And about time. And warhammer, bro, you gotta look through like 5,000 books just to, like, see, like, what was, like, a favorite Primarch's, like, color or something. It's crazy.
Sucks. Because I read some novels about their current sort of chapter master, Kardan Stronos, and he seems kind of cool. He believes that shutting off emotions is bad for the chapter and weakens them, which is what Ferrus wanted. Characters like that are so few and far between. I went to a bunch of friends and was like, so where do I get good Iron Hands lore? What novels are the best to start with? And the usual response I got is something akin to, there are 2 short stories you could read and the Primarch novel, and them usually saying, I don't know, I wish there was more. Which sucks, because I think their gimmick as a chapter is rife with possibility to just be better. I think they have sown the seeds to be very interesting in terms of the lore. In the Primarch book, there are a few scenes of an Iron Hands legionary sort of telepathically communicate with the machine spirit of his plane and learn how it works better. That premise alone is really cool, but I find that no one wants to...
Yo, let me just say, if I'm a woman, bro... let's say, for example, right? Let's say if I was a woman, right? And I'm in a club. No lie, bro. I know by the end of the night, I'm going to get killed. It's not funny. But let me just explain myself. Yo, if I'm a woman, and I'm in a club, I'm with my friends or whatever, right? And let's say these 3 guys right let's say these 3 guys right here pull up on me. You got bro licking his lips. You got him with the fuzzy hair, and then you got Mr. Mysterious. First of all, it's gonna be a no for everybody, but let's just say that they come up to me, whatever, and I just deny them all, back to back to back. I get it, 3 strikes in a row. I get a turkey, bow, bow, bow. I'm like, nah, no. I say no 3 times. No, and nada. Yo, I know by the end of the night, I'm not going home. Cause yo, when me and my friends leave, I know they're gonna be waiting for me. I know, bro. Yo, they all deserve to be locked up. They just need to be in like a jail, and it just need to be Warhammer proof. Like they can't bust out even if they wanted to. For real, like
write for them, or at least there's just not enough people writing for them. There's not many books that I can find. I usually use Audible to do my research, but as I was looking for things to look up, it was like,
is this an ad? Oh, I'm about to say, yo, Mr. 40K Bones, you getting a little smart with these ads right now. I'm about to say, I didn't see that one coming.
maybe 2 or 3 short 30-minute audio dramas in the Primarch book, and that was about it. I know it's not exactly the perspective most people could relate to, you know, a cold and calculating machine-based killer, but follow me on this. What if, not so much as a retcon, but the Primaris reinforcements didn't have such a detached sense of morality and emotion, and we just focused on one individual whom believed that the ghost inside the machine itself is more important than the machine. The iron within means nothing in comparison to the iron with we just became Iron Warriors. But you see where I'm going with this. What if they decided to make an Iron Hands initiate that was an overly emotional sort, whom has to balance this cold, ruthless aggression of his chapter with his own hot temper and his own flood of emotions? It could lead to some good fiction, or him dying horribly and demoralizing the aspects of the chapter whom don't want to believe that they are just cold, uncaring robots. Which is likely a small faction of them, but fuck me, it's something. There are so many things you could do with this. Their aesthetic is so fucking cool. Black, silver, and white is just such a strong color palette that pops on a green battlefield, especially with like dusty matte colors if you highlight with like a nice gray. So it could easily be done. Now, am I saying I could write a better story than the writers?
I can. Easily, yo. For real. Yo, just give me like a bottle of wine in 3 hours. You're
Black
good.
Library. Yes, I am in fact saying that because the delusions of grandeur have overtaken my base sense of self, and the idea of someone else being better than me at anything causes my brain to buzz and vibrate like I just got jolted by a taser gun stabbed directly into the back of my neck.
Swiss, bring him in. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, there's no more list. The list is already filled up. Huh. Swiss, make a new list. Make a new list. I know. How are you, by the way? You good? Well, you know, I'm just over here making videos, you know, just trying to entertain the masses. Yeah. Can you make a new, like a new list, please? Yeah, I got a name already. You remember this guy, Mr. 40K Bones? Yeah, could you put him on the list, please? I know, yep, school threat. He's been a menace to society. I would give you the headphones to hear it, but, you know, your ears are too small. All right, back to the video.
Endpoint is the Iron Hands are masters of tanks, dreadnoughts, and fucking destroying things. They do not save people, because if someone needs saving because they couldn't fight the threat off themselves, then they don't deserve to live. If you think any of that is cool, invest in Iron Hands and just get 3 Redemptors. It's time for me to say a very cute thesis statement about how I feel as a whole. I personally think that narratively and in the lore, they are wasted. I think they deserve better in terms of novels and writing, and I just hope that one day someone does give them the respect that they have. Are they one of my favorite legions? Probably not. But I see the building blocks to make a very interesting...
I mean, I get what he's saying. I do get what he's saying, but, like, I feel like there's so many... When it comes to Warhammer, right? And Warhammer is so, like, niche-oriented that... Oh, something's in my eye, bro. What's going on? Oh, something's in my eye. Hold up, y'all. Like, Warhammer is so, like, niche-oriented that any faction can, like, get any love, but at the same time, I just feel like nothing really, and especially for me, that's, like, you know, still new to Warhammer, nothing really makes them popped to me, you know? Like, nothing really... They don't shove them in our face like enough, or they don't shove them in my face enough for me to like really know them. Because like yes, I've heard of them before, but I've never really, you know, took the time to really even like really get to know these guys or like do a video on them. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. And then like their name is like the Iron Hands. Like okay, like I understand like, but like they don't have like a name like the Salamanders. That's a cooler name, you know. Or they don't have somebody like Vulcan, you know. That's just a cooler person, you know. Okay, what's going on? Thank you.
Interesting set of stories that I don't.
My bad, y'all.
The Iron Hands, and I think that's a shame. But what do you think? Do you think they should get more
I just, what do you say?
books? Do you think they are just hella boring? And you're mad?
I mean, they could get more books, but also they are a little boring.
I like them more than Blood Angels? Let me know in the comments.
All right.
I want to know your opinion and possibly fight you.
What do you guys think? Like, what's you guys' opinion on these guys? Like, do you like them? You know, do they need more books? Are they boring? Like Mr. 40K Bones just said. Like, are these guys like, are they lame? Like, what do you guys like? Truly, like, what's your true opinion on these guys? Because, I mean, I'm not really that interested in them in the first place. I mean, they're pretty cool. It's cool to like know their lore. But at the same time, like I wasn't really like looking for these guys, if that makes sense. I wasn't looking for like, oh snap, the Iron Hands, let me look for them. Like no, like they're not like the Salamanders. Like if I see like anything Salamanders, I'm clicking on it and we're watching it. Like what are we talking about? Comment down below. What do you guys think about it, man? Shout out to Mr. 40K Bones for this video. I'm gonna see y'all later for the next one. I'm out. Peace out, everybody.